Here are 8 cool and unusual things to do in Olympia that only the locals know about, and you are definitely going to want to stick around for number 5 because it is super interesting and you don't want to miss out.
The first one is Mima Mounds. Now, Mima Mounds are, just like it sounds, a bunch of mounds that we can't figure out how they were formed. There's a lot of people guessing at it that is glaciers or gophers or somebody with pixie dust. That last one's probably not true, but the other ones are. We really don't know where they came from, but it's super cool because you can walk through it and it's kind of enchanting.
It is very unique, and then you can come up with your own theories too, which is I think the most
I'm going with
part.
pixie dust. Yeah, that's definitely my
I'm going with giant prehistoric gophers.
I like that one. That one's good. That one's good. But probably glaciers.
So something else you are definitely going to want to make sure you put on your calendar is the Spring Arts Fest and the Procession of the Species. Every spring there is a Spring Arts Walk and the Procession of the Species. You may not know what that means, but just keep listening and Joe will tell you all about it. But the Arts Walk is super fun because there's thousands of people that come out to view local artists, performers, musicians, and it's a really great time. You got a couple days where you can just wander around and eat some food and check out all the people that are more creative than you are. But maybe you're super creative, so maybe you should be a part of the Arts Walk, and you definitely can.
Yep. And then the Procession of the Species. Now, this is very uniquely Olympia. So you'll have people that are dressed up. It's a celebration of the planet, of the species, of the human spirit, and of our community. So it's a lot of fun. You just get to see a lot of wonderful people celebrating and having a lot of fun together.
Yeah, you definitely want to put this on the top of your cool and unusual things.
It is.
Yeah.
It's Olympia at its finest. So the next one is my favorite. It is the South Sound Coffee Roaster Trail.
And it's not a trail in the woods.
It's not a trail in the woods, but what you get to do is experience all the different roasting companies here in Olympia, have a wide variety of flavors and flavor profiles that you're just gonna wanna enjoy. So if you're a coffee fiend like I am, this is just a fun way to experience all the different places that Olympia has for you.
Some of them have cupping experiences and tasting rooms, so you'll definitely want to check those out. So here's a list of a few of them in town, and if you are interested in a map, just go ahead and comment below, Coffee Trail map, and we will get that to you. So there's Olympia Coffee Roasters. They do public cupping experiences. Right now it's on hold, but I'm sure it's going to be coming back, so keep an eye on them. There's also the Dancing Goats, and they actually have a room where you can go taste their coffee besides just going to their coffee shops.
And you can't dance with goats, but it would be fun.
I know. I'm curious why they don't provide an experience where you can, just like they have like goat yoga, they should have goat coffee.
They should. Maybe. I mean, even though Dancing Goats comes from a story of goats getting amped up by coffee beans, but I like the dancing better. I think we could break dance with goats.
Downtown, you've also got Ember Goods. That's a fun little place. They've got a little area with Northwesty things, clothes and trinkets and all kinds of stuff. It's a great vibe in there.
For sure.
And then we've got Olympic Crest Coffee Roasters, and one thing that's really cool about them is they will roast your own specific roast for you and have you put your name brand on it or whatever.
So if you like it burnt like I do, they'll burn it. Chris probably would do a better job than that. I would burn it.
And then we've also got Cutter's Point, and they've got a few locations. They're always fun to go to and check out all the different roasts that they've got going on.
Another thing on the list is something that we're known for here in the Northwest because of Boeing, and that is flight.
And there is a smaller museum, not as big as Boeing Flight Museum, but it's the Olympic Flight Museum, and they have all kinds of cool vintage planes, and they have events that go on. You can actually rent out their space for your event, and they have a flight show in the middle of the summer, and so much going on. It's so fun, and you can wander around there, take the kids, take the family, go on a rainy day, you can be inside, but yeah, really super fun.
So the next thing on our list is the salmon run that happens every fall, and it goes up the Tumwater Falls. Now what's kind of neat about this is they have fish ladders, and the fish ladders have a viewing glass from the side, so you can watch them go up and swim from one spot to the next, and kids love it. And if you're just kind of want to get more familiar with the Northwest and our history of it, salmon is a really big part of that. So it's kind of a fun way to spend the day with yourself or with the family.
Next on our list is the Monarch Sculpture Park, and you're wondering, what is that? Well, it is a walk-in or bike-in contemporary sculpture park. You can't get there by car, which also makes it very cool and unusual. You have to take the Chehalis Western Trail, and we can tell you how to get there. If you want to comment below, ask us how to get there, we'll let you know. There's over 110 contemporary sculptures. There's a fantasy garden, a bird and butterfly garden, a sound garden, and there is a head shaped like a monarch.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's just a great place to just sit around, think, bring a picnic, and peaceful place too.
Yeah, absolutely, because you can only get there by walking or bike.
Yep.
So if you want on the coffee tour and you are now amped up and you want to calm down a little bit, well, we've got the Olympia Brewery tour for you.
Yeah, the craft brewery scene in Olympia is hoppin'.
Ah, terrible pun. She said it, not me. You're welcome. Because we have a long history of brewing, you got a lot of great options from local beers and craft beers, from all kinds of IPAs to lagers, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to want to experience that, especially if you're over-caffeinated.
Here are a few of the breweries you're not going to want to miss. And if you would like a tour map, just comment below that you'd like a brewery tour map and we'll get that to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, one of them is Matchless Brewing,
which has Hella Lager, which is one of my favorite.
Hell of a good beer, I bet it is.
It's a hell of a good beer. It really is.
And we've got Headless Mumby, which is kind of hard to pronounce if you try to say it a bunch of times, 10 times fast. I dare you to. Headless Mumby.
Headless Mumby. Headless horses. Headless pumpkin person in the fall. That's why you shouldn't do it. My mind goes terrible different ways.
So, Headless Mumby.
Headless Mumby. 3 Magnets.
3 Magnets Brewing is another one.
3 magnets. In case you have 2, you need a 3rd. There's your option.
It's like a magnetic force.
It pulls you in.
Pulling you
in. Or repels you. One of the two. But more than likely pull you in.
Well 80 is a fun one because it's a restaurant downtown and you can see right there, right where they brew it.
And I love their tater tots there. So really any beer you get there with their tater tots, you're having a good day, because what's better than beer and tater tots?
And they have really good pretzel there too.
Really good pretzels too. And pizza.
Fish Brewing Company is one that's been around for the longest besides Olympia Brewing Company, but of course Olympia is not around anymore, so Fish takes the top.
It does take the top. It makes me kind of feel like I'm in a river swimming upstream to spawn.
In the beer?
In the beer. It's delightful. You should have one.
And then we've got some cider places. We've got Locust Cider and Whitewood Cider and Finn River. So if you're like me and you'd rather have the sweeter side of things, then there's lots of options for you there too.
Yep. Another tour that you're going to want to go on is the Olympia Capitol Grounds tour.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and I know it kind of sounds like a school field trip, but it doesn't. It actually is really cool.
It's really interesting. There's a lot of things going on. I like, local government and being a part of it, and we're super close, and you get to live in the state capitol if you live here. Something you want to check out for sure.
The architecture is also really beautiful, and when you go inside, you'll be able to tour all the rooms. If the legislation isn't in session, you'll be able to see where they sit and where they do all of their important things. And one thing that's pretty cool to note is that the lighting in there was designed by Tiffany. So it is beautiful, and the grounds were actually designed by the same designer that designed Central Park in New York. So it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful, really beautiful.
So if you're looking for more fun things to do, we are the go-to fun people, right?
I'm the more go-to fun person, but she's fun too.
So we can help you out with that. Just comment below, give me some more ideas, and we'll give you some more ideas. And also, if you're thinking about buying a home in the Olympia area or any other area in Washington, we would love to help you. We've made it easy for you. Just go ahead and click the link in the description below and jump on our calendar or text us. Make sure you stick around and watch our next video.